So today on Backstage with Billy, I'm joined by West End royalty. I am talking about, how can I say, the lovely Gemma Sutton, who is going to be doing Tina Turner, the musical. Well, she's going to be playing the part of Rhonda Graham, with obviously this great show that's going to be coming to Manchester at the Palace Theatre from the 25th of November. So Gemma, welcome on to Backstage with Billy. Tell us about your role as Rhonda Graham.
Oh, it's lovely to be here, Billy. Thank you for having me. So Rhonda Graham was Tina Turner's best friend and manager for a lot of her career. She met Tina when she was in her 20s and amazingly sort of went into the fold of the Tina Turner, Ike Turner musical, band. And she stayed with Tina throughout her life. Was really like her best friend, confidant, went through a huge amount with Tina, because I'm not sure if the listeners know what a dramatic life Tina led. Yeah. Ike, her relationship with Ike was very, very, there's an awful lot that went on, and it's why it makes it a great musical, because there's such a lot of drama and conflict. And for Rhonda Graham herself to be a manager in the 60s and 70s, I mean, how unusual in the music industry, which was obviously very male dominated. And she held her own, and she was everything. She wasn't just a manager, she was the roadie. She would obviously be booking the tour venues. She'd be looking after Tina's children. She even wrote a couple of songs that Tina recorded, at least one of Rhonda's songs as a B-side. I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, really interesting. And she was quite a private lady, Rhonda was. She's passed away now. But luckily there was a YouTube video that I found of her being interviewed about her life with Tina. So I was able to really, get some inside information and stories and sort of try and find out who Rhonda was.
I think I've seen the video you're mentioning, but I'm going to do a shameless plug here. Back in 2000, I was in Las Vegas because I'm a huge Star Trek fan. However, at the MGM, Tina Turner was performing. That's where we were staying, and there was an issue with the lifts, and we came down these stairwells, ended up going the wrong way, and we ended up in, like I would say, the back corridors or the service corridors. I held the door open, and you're not going to like this. And this woman said to me, "What are you doing down here?" But I held the door open for what I looked like a drag queen performer. And I said, "Oh, I didn't know you did drag shows." And they said, "That's Miss Tina Turner." So I held the door open for her. And that is an amazing true story.
Wow.
And we were literally escorted from the back corridors of this, obviously the MGM, where obviously she was performing. I think she was doing day shows and night shows back in 2000. So you can go back on that. But I really was only there for Star Trek. But anyway, that's a different story. But going back to Tina Turner, the musical, obviously it contains obviously the story of Tina, the music of Tina, like, songs like The Best, What's Love Got to Do with It, going back to the back catalogues, obviously, of River Deep, Mountain High. Obviously, the choreography, I can only imagine, must be phenomenal. Do you get to sing anything while you're there, Gemma?
I sing one of the lesser known of the Tina Turner catalogue, Open Arms, which is a lovely ballad. Comes in the second half, and it's a really poignant moment between Rhonda and Tina. They sort of sing it as a duet about female friendship. And actually, I don't want to give too much away, but it's not a secret that Tina ended up getting managed by Roger Davis, who had previously managed Olivia Newton-John. So he took over managing Tina, and that meant that Rhonda had to kind of let Tina go as her manager, because Rhonda knew that the best thing for Tina would be to sort of make this decision. So that's Open Arms. So that's a really, beautiful song. What's great about the musical is, we obviously, lots of musicals use the jukebox catalogue. We've got a lot of them. We've got Jersey Boys, Motown. I mean, goodness me, there's this long list. What I think Tina does particularly well is uses the songs of Tina Turner, but in a really, really great way, in that you don't step out as soon as a song starts. You don't step out and go, oh, there's a Tina song. It just feels really in keeping with the story. And I think in a musical that's really important, isn't it? That the songs make sense.
Yeah.
And so actually some of the songs the audience will hear, they might sound a little bit different to what you're used to, because they've been orchestrated in a way that makes them more dramatic, or the groove might be a little bit different in some instances, but also, like, don't fear, like, those hits are there as you would want them. One of my favorite parts is River Deep Mountain High, which was when she was working with Phil Spector. So there's that amazing, like, 1960s wall of sound. And then the last 10 minutes of the show, which I'm not going to give away, is just the most spine tingling. Like, I've got shivers thinking about it. It's a spectacular experience for everyone. Everyone's up on their feet, the lights are going, and unforgettable.
Gemma, you're the queen of tease. There you go. But there you go. She's teasing us. But obviously, with this iconic show, obviously about the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner. Obviously, it's from the playwright of Katori Hall, directed by Phyllida Lloyd.
Yeah,
and well, the only thing is, I'm just waiting for my moment when obviously this show arrives in Manchester at the Palace Theatre. It's going to be happening from the 25th of November. It's going to be the Christmas show that's going to take you into 2026. So obviously, I take it you'll be moving to Manchester for a while. I think it'd be cheaper for you.
Well, yeah, so we've been touring this show since March, and we tour it till May. We're finishing in Zurich next year for a month, because that's where Tina spent the last period of her life, in Zurich with her husband Erwin Bach. So we are having the best time, and to have 6 weeks in Manchester over Christmas, I mean, does it get any better? For me, it's my favourite city in the UK. I know I'm biased because I live, so nearby, but you've just got a bit of everything, haven't you, in Manchester? And it's got grit, and obviously the Northerners, we are the coolest people in the country. And it's got such a great music scene. So I can't wait to make the most of Manchester whilst I'm there. Obviously, we do 8 shows a week. We work very hard, but we do get pockets of time, like we get our Sundays off. And yeah, so I'll be making the most of it.
Going back about the tour dates, if you want to find out about the tour dates, check out tinathemusical.com. Obviously, up and down the country. However, if you're in Manchester, you're going to be spoiled, because this phenomenal show is arriving in Manchester. And of course, with our Broadway legend here as well, West End legend, sorry, that's yet to come. I think I'm projecting to the future. Now, that's just a couple of back checks, obviously. You've done some cracking shows. You've done the Girl from the North Country, obviously the songs from Bob Dylan with, I mean, I've only met him, that's Shaq Taylor, but I remember he was in Manchester doing Hamilton.
Yeah, I was in
also,
it. Yeah, I was in that.
Well, I actually met him on the service corridor at the Palace Theatre, and he was so sweet. And every time I see him on the advert now, he won't thank me for this, but I always go, "There's Shaq. He's a lovely man."
I do too.
All of them have got something in common. And obviously, you did Blues in the Night. With obviously a lady who I've obviously previously interviewed, Debbie Corrupt. She's mental, and I love her. Honestly, she's mental, and I'm just grateful when she was doing Cher, the musical, and Clive Owen, who's an older boy down the road, who I've met Clive. Well, obviously, you've done, like I said, Follies, you've done Gypsy, Gone with the Wind. It's a shopping list. She's even done Doctors, and I auditioned for that millions of times, and I never got a call back. Never.
Oh, that's really upsetting. I'm sorry.
I think we did one thing together. Scylla.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah,
tell me.
I think I was I was an extra on it. I know I was there because I
Yeah.
always remember the cold, but the standing around and what have you. So yeah, I was in that, just walking up and down. It was Tib Street in Manchester, and but obviously it was back to the 60s. We obviously, Sheridan, was just amazing. But so we've got a
I'm
little
so
bit.
proud. I'm proud to be in that. I hope you are too. You know, it repeated, isn't it? Like it's always on somewhere. It was so well made, and the story was so well told. And as you say, Sheridan was just a star. And how those period costumes and everything, even for the extras, it felt like, as it should be, everyone like it. The quality of the costumes and everything. Did you feel that?
Oh
Like that you were
yes.
time? And I hope you were treated really well, really, really well. You were
I was
looked after.
treated like cattle, which is what you are when you're an extra. I'm not gonna listen. Let's not make this interview about me, but I've done extra work for years and I loved it. But I mean, I've done Peaky Blinders. I go past the bar in Manchester called Peaky Blinders, and there's two people who work on the door who are known actors, and they go, "He's original Peaky Blinder." And everyone stops and stares, and I'll just go, "Don't." Not some of them coming back from the opera house. But anyway, this is all about you because it's all about Gemma today, and Gemma. You know, Gemma, I can't wait till obviously you get to Manchester because you're gonna enjoy obviously the Christmas time, the markets. Like I said, Manchester because obviously you're from down the road. So most people who come from London, I always go, bring a brolly, you're gonna need it. But nevertheless, going back to this amazing musical, I can't wait to see it. Tina the musical coming to the Palace Theatre from the 25th of November, right away through to January. Grab your tickets, atgtickets.com. That's atgtickets.com. And of course, you're going to see this lovely young lady, obviously Gemma Sutton, taking on the role of Rhonda Graham. Yes, you can do all that.
Blonde wig, so I look very different, look very
So
glamorous. But
you've got that like Palm Springs wig on, have you? The flyaway colours.
exactly.
What is it with costumes that we love? Because I was like, that's when I did extra work. I've done like period dramas and I used to love it. What is it with the costumes?
I think we all like nostalgia, don't we? You know, we've all got a bit of a thing for nostalgia, and history is so fascinating. Also, the quality of of what we used to wear, like the fabrics and stuff. It feels quite luxurious often, doesn't it? I mean, not if you're playing like a peasant in the Middle Ages or whatever. Which,
Done
but
that.
no, I think it's about nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah. I always feel as well that when you get in the costume, you get into the character as well. That tends to happen quite a bit.
Yeah, for me too. Like when you put the shoes on, is for me is like when because how we physically move is a huge key to a character. You know, you can go and sit and do your lines and sort of sit there, but until you've stood up and you've sort of moved around, and also how the clothes feel on you, that does make a big impact. Yeah.
I can't wait to see you in your wig. So there
No,
you go. I'm excited. It's all
well,
about Gemma in the wig.
no, it's not. It's all about Tina, as it absolutely should be. But the costumes in the whole show. Do you know this is the show on with the tour of the UK that has the most wigs? We've got something like 190 wigs that we tour. So we've got a team of 6 on the wig team that literally non-stop all day are redressing the wigs, washing the wigs. And we've got a huge cast. It's like 26, I think. We've got kids as well, kids in the show. But all the costumes are fantastic. And it's nice to see people when they come to see the show, like they might have a bit of a Tina look, a bit of like a Tina t-shirt, or we do see some the Tina wigs, which just come and have fun. And
Yeah. But don't
get
mistake it for drag queens like I did with Tina Turner 25 years, 20, well, nearly 26 years ago. So I'll never
to
live that down. But anyway,
us.
Gemma, let's call it a day on this. But most importantly, thank you for joining me today on Backstage with Billy. I can't wait to see you when you arrive in Manchester for Tina the Musical, happening at the Palace Theatre. Grab your tickets. You're going to love this amazing show. And of course, I just can't wait to see you. So obviously, I'll see you very soon. In the meantime, thanks for joining me today on Backstage with Billy.
Thank you so much. I've enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
Backstage with Billy.